Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Serenity in Jesus channel. So yesterday, the world got hit with some crazy news. Ukraine just accepted the U.S.'s proposal for a 30-day ceasefire, and in return, the U.S. decided to restart military aid for its little bro. But hold up, that's just between the U.S. and Ukraine. At the end of the day, it's all up to Russia now. And let's be real, y'all already know Russia ain't gonna just roll over and take that deal. That's just not how they move. But man, this whole thing just proves once again that the U.S. is the ultimate smooth talker in negotiations. They always find a way to put the ball in Russia's court, setting them up so that no matter what they say, they lose. If Russia says no, the U.S. is going to be all over the news like, oh my God, look at Russia. They don't want peace. And just like that, boom, more reasons to slap even more sanctions on Russia, making life even harder for them. But if Russia actually says yes and agrees to the ceasefire, then the U.S. and its allies get a whole month to regroup, strategize, and come back swinging even harder. Either way, Russia's getting played. That's some next-level mind games right there. It's like when a girl asks her boyfriend, if me and your mom were both drowning, who would you save? No matter what you answer, you're screwed. The only way out is to flip it back on them and say, well, how many ways do you think there are to save both of you? And that's exactly what Russia is doing right now. They ain't dumb enough to give a straight yes or no. Instead, they hit back with a counter question. Back in the day, who was it that scammed us with the Minsk Agreements? Y'all think you can fool us again? For those who don't know, the Minsk Agreements were supposed to put an end to the fighting between Ukraine and the pro-Russian separatists in the Donetsk and Luhansk regions. Basically, that's the red-colored area on the map. The whole debate over who actually owns that land is still a huge mess. And honestly, we might have to break it all down in another video because the history behind it is complicated as hell. But here's the thing. The people in those regions mostly speak Russian and vibe with Russia. So Russia, of course, wants to keep it that way to block NATO from expanding. Meanwhile, Ukraine was out here trying to wipe out Russian influence through education, slowly flipping Donetsk and Luhansk to their side. And boom, just like that, conflict broke out between Ukraine and the separatists. While they were busy going at each other, Europe, aka the US's, as sidekick, decided to step in. Germany and France played mediator and were like, yo, y'all need to sign the Minsk Agreement and chill. No more shooting, let's work out a better way forward. Sounded good on paper. But later on, Germany's former Chancellor Angela Merkel straight up admitted that the Minsk Agreements were nothing but a scam, a way to buy time for Ukraine to build up its military and eventually hit Russia harder. Even she confessed it was all just a big setup to trick Putin. And this wasn't some conspiracy theory. It was all over the news. I mean, if folks like us, just chilling at home eating instant noodles, knew about it, you really think Putin didn't see it coming? So when Ukraine came running back with this new 30-day ceasefire idea, Putin's first thought was probably, Minsk was a ceasefire too. How is this any different? That's why he didn't even bother saying much. He already knows the game. It's all just a bunch of backstabbers playing the same old tricks. Right after Ukraine suggested the ceasefire, Russia came out and was like, bro, we're out here winning on the battlefield, and now you think we're just going to stop because the U.S. says so? Hell nah. The U.S. wasn't happy about that at all. So they had to flex a little, saying, all right, Russia, if y'all don't stop, we ain't just going to punish you. We're coming after anyone who buys your oil and gas too. Russia was like, oh, word? So y'all weren't doing that already? Well, go ahead, turn up the heat. Let's see what kind of circus y'all put on this time. At the end of the day, only time will tell how this whole mess plays out. We can sit here talking all day, but let's be real. Trying to predict what these world powers are going to do is a fool's game. Russia's seen these tricks too many times before, so they're probably not going to just roll over and accept this 30-day ceasefire. Right now, the biggest concern is that if this war keeps dragging on, both sides are going to take some serious losses, even Russia, because Ukraine's drone game is getting stronger. The longer this goes on, the more people suffer. That's why the whole world just wants peace to come back, so people can rebuild their lives, fix the economy, and move forward. That's the only way things are ever going to get better. Aight, that's it for today. Catch y'all next time. Peace.